What's important is to note how Krillin looks at the end of Z, and how Yamcha looks at the end of Z. Let's check that out first. Straight away, aging has shown on Krillin even 10 years after Buu, but Yamcha, this guy is obviously drinking from the fountain of youth. But not many fans look at End of Z Krillin first to see how he's aging. They jump from Buu Saga straight to GT, which isn't a good idea, it's quite unfair. During the End of Z, Krillin, as we know, is 1 year older than Goku, and is born in age 736. The 28th Budokai Tenkaichi is held in 784, making Krillin 48 years old during the End of Z. Yamcha and Tien are 3 years older than Krillin, both born in age 733, so End of Z Yamcha and Tien are actually 51 years old. But even more, the biggest confusion is the comparison and portrayal of Krillin in terms of age compared to Yamcha and Tien in GT. Now, Yamcha and Tien range from 55 to 60 years old here, and both of these guys look like they're rocking some Saiyan DNA. But poor old Krillin, literally, he succumbed to age, quite apparently. So what the hell happened? Why does Krillin look like a 70-year-old, whilst the older Tien and Yamcha are still rocking the looks? Well, it has a lot to do with the tash of Krillin. You see, the moustache is a very powerful equip item. It gives the user plus 35% knowledge, plus 50% strength, and the wearer gains a 20 charisma point increase every 1 minute. But most importantly, it makes any tash wielder look older than they actually are. Sometimes a moustache can actually make the person look 20 years older. Never underestimate the tash. It even affected Vegeta's age portrayal. Let's get rid of the tash from Krillin and give it to GT Yamcha and GT Tien. There we go. Ages are coming closer together already. Yikes. Yamcha's gonna be leading the biker gang to Hollywood Hogan's Voodoo Child theme. Okay, so this still doesn't explain why a younger Krillin still looks like he hasn't aged well. And this could be as simple as genetics. Some humans age faster than others. Human biological fact. Some humans look great in their 50s and 60s. Another factor could be lifestyle. And I feel this is a major factor and a subtle hint through the writing, through the storytelling, and how in Dragon Ball as well, people who let themselves go, stop training, turn into garbage physically. Now it's obvious, isn't it? You look after your health, your well-being, your fitness, you physically look and act better when you're older. You also can at times appear younger, just by maintaining a fresh lifestyle and working out. Now, Krillin stopped training in my guesstimations. Actually, he probably did, right? And didn't keep up training like Tien, who was shown to be training with Chaozu during the End of GT. That's a committed role model in terms of his training right there. This could have affected Krillin's physical well-being in terms of his lack of training. But what about Yamcha? Well, Yamcha is a guy who probably trains for vanity, let's be honest. And as lame as it is, it's still working out. He probably trains in the gym and tries to pull all the women, gets a full body massage, and most of all, he doesn't have any responsibilities. Think about it, this guy lives a life of luxury and all self. He has time to look after his looks, he can get his sleep. Yamcha is the definition of all those young single people out there who get an easy life but live a lonely one, unless you're that one night stand kind of person. But Krillin, this man has a family. He has a wife, child. If any of you have kids or are married, your sleep pattern is rocked harder than Super Saiyan 3 Goku shaking the planet. Your physical and mental welfare is put to the test as a family man every single day, and working out, finding time for that is a killer, but it can be done with good discipline and commitment. The problem is, it's so easy not to train. It's so easy to just focus on the wife, focus on work, which Krillin obviously did in Super. He was a lethal weapon cop, and then he has a kid, which is going to be a challenge in itself. Krillin endured stress from the Buu Saga onwards in terms of his life. Stress that I think a lot of us can relate to. And that stress does age you. The grey hairs, the bags under your eyes, the lack of energy, to the point where Krillin actually started rocking the dad tash. He's not as genetically amped as Vegeta. That is why Krillin looks so old. Vegeta's a special case, Saiyan DNA bro. But Yamcha and even Tien, both those guys focus on themselves but in different ways. And my best bet that makes sense is the lack of responsibility to other demands in the world, families, combined with the two of them keeping in good shape. It's really helped maintain their youthful looks. But let's be honest, another reason why Krillin ain't getting his sleep is because he's being sucked dry by Android 18, if you know what I mean. You talk about Android 19 and 20 being the energy-sucking models, 18's got her own sucking device. And let me tell you this, for an android with unlimited energy, Krillin's got his bloody work cut out for him every night with her demands. But put it this way, our boy Krillin lives like a king. I'd rather live 30 years like Krillin than live 50 years like Yamcha. And that's the bottom line because role model Tien said so. Despite being not nearly as strong as the Saiyans and villains anymore, if ever, Krillin symbolizes a successful character who made it in life. He was a martial artist. His best friend is the main character of the show. He has a loving family, whilst working to help others as a job, and even on the sidelines, helping save the world. I mean, screw age. If Android 18 still loves him and wants to be with him, this man is doing something right.